I hope I fixed the camera angle, and I hope you guys can hear me. I got the dehumidifier going on because winter's coming, or has arrived, I guess, in a way, and it's very humid, slightly cold, but mostly humid. And I'm asthmatic, so I gotta keep my at least my bedroom at about 50% water in the atmosphere, something like that, right? Anyway, so I wanted to wait for the scintigraphy test or scintigraph to arrive or to be done, so I don't need to do like, fucking 4 or 5 different videos on my health, because I mean, not that many people I guess are going to. I think it's more compact, like more compounded, and maybe it'll catch the eyes and the ears of more people instead of spreading it into 4 or 5 different videos. I will try and be quick. I always say that. I'm a very bad liar, but I will try to do so, I promise. So, starting with the holder, which I did last week, I believe, or 10 days ago now. The holder is the thing that you put on you. I'm not going to show you my body, but I'm shaved, my chest and my abdominals, which are starting to show, by the way. They put the sensors on, and I had this machine with me, on me, like I did at the hospital about a month, 5-6 weeks ago now. And I had that on me for 24 hours. I was able to do regular functions, not like kill myself or go run, but I had a day off. I scheduled it, so I cannot carry that thing on me all the time. I slept with it. The doctor was very pleased with it. It was like 99.9 clean, as if there was no choking. Of course, I'm losing weight. I'm about 285 right now in pounds. And I guess, I haven't weighed myself in a few days, but I was 130.5 kilograms 2 days ago on my way to the hospital to have the scintigraphy test. So I'm at about 285, 284 right now, I'm guessing. I am being very careful with my diet. I'm eating, of course, the usual, my yogurt, my spinach. I eat my chicken, pasta and rice. I've been eating a little bit of rice, but I've switched like noodles, which are very low calorie per package. It's like 15, maybe, might be wrong, but it's like 35 calories per pack, instead of eating a kilo of fucking pasta almost every day, right? Or every day. If not pasta, it was going to be rice, and in many times it was well over a kilogram, or 2.2 pounds. So I've completely turned my diet around. I'm eating cleaner. I'm trying to eat a little more protein, of course, which helps you burn fat. Now the holder was very good. He told me that my for like 2 to 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken, I have the tests right here, but I mean it's quite a lot of things. So I mean it would take us so long, and of course I don't really understand everything. That's the scintigraphy test from a few days ago. And this is the holter. It actually says holter test, I guess. It's like English and Greek, which is kind of funny, but I don't know if you guys can see it, because I can't see if you guys can see it. I hope that you did. The hospital papers, whatever, it's a lot of shit, which I'm going to keep, of course. The holter machine went very well. He told me that at some point my heartbeats went down to 43 to 44 beats per minute in my sleep, which is great. I mean, he was super pleased about it. Of course, the weight loss is helping. When I'm sleeping on my side, I'm kind of choking I'm not a massive bodybuilder, but at the same time, I'm not a light person. I'm still 285, right? So my shoulder and my chest, my upper back is kind of choking me when I'm sleeping on the side. Same with the left side. And it's just very, very uncomfortable. I cannot sleep with a pillow. I haven't been able to sleep with a pillow under my head for generally 10 to 15 years. No bullshit. Like it really chokes me. I wake up and I'm like, it's very, very uncomfortable. So pillow is out of the way, has been out of the way for years and years. I just use it when I'm sleeping on my side, because again, you can see my head, you can see my shoulders, my head is hanging, and I've woken up a few times, my neck was killing me because I had to remove the pillow in my sleep. It's a very difficult lifestyle. It's a very demanding lifestyle. Or it was, because now I'm losing more weight, so I'm sleeping better. I'm sleeping not much more, I'm just sleeping better. Holter machine is out of the way. He was very pleased about it. I had the scintigraphy test on Wednesday. Well, this going up on Saturday. I'm doing this Friday night. I did the scintigraphy test. They injected a liquid in my right arm. It didn't burst out as much. It didn't break out as much as I thought. I generally had bleeding on my arm. It was like, I'm not scared of needles, because the nurse was like, are you scared of needles? Because I was chilling, kind of looking here, looking over there. I'm like, no, why? So I look at my arm, there was quite a lot of blood on it. But I mean, who gives a fuck? I told her, dude, I passed out with stones on my chest. I mean, who gives a fuck? But I respect, I'm not making fun. I'm just saying, I guess, genetically, I'm not afraid of needles. I'm not afraid of blood. I used to work in factories and I've choked myself up. I mean, it doesn't really show on camera, but I've stabbed myself several times cutting fish and meat and shit, all that shit I've done for nearly 15 years. So I said, no, I'm not concerned about blood. I'm okay. So they injected the liquid inside in my veins, so they could it will like I don't know how to say it in English. I'm sorry. It kind of like creates a bit of a shadow in my torso, and when they place the scan, it's easier for them to see. I mean, the images are fucking weird. I don't know what we're looking at. I generally don't. I have a DVD here, which I haven't played yet. I just went to work the next day, so I haven't had the time. We just came back from the gym, light training as the doctor has prescribed. This is the stuff that's on there. Guessing that's my left ventricle, because that's where the problem is. Guessing. I might be completely wrong. I don't know. There's a few of those. But I'm gonna get to the point, because I promised myself this is going to be 10 minutes and not longer, right here. I tried to read him. It was kind of cute because I'm not a fucking cardiologist, but of course, the results I was able to read, and up to a decent extent, because it's my fucking heart and I care. So I made sure that I educate myself in the past nearly 2 months or over 2 months. No, nearly 2 months that this has been happening. So I'm trying to keep myself as educated as possible. So when the doctor talks to me, I'm not like I'm like I got it. So when I took the scintigraphy test to him, we got the results on the same day. They had me on a scan. I'm sorry, I'm backtracking. They had me on a scan for like 10 minutes in a bit of an incline position, maybe like low incline, about maybe 40 degrees. Is that 40 degrees? So something like that. And then they almost sat me up. So it was more comfortable. I literally fell asleep probably 10 times. I'm very, very easy to fall asleep. Like anywhere you put me, if you support my body, I'll lean back and I'm out. It's very easy for me, because I'm heavy, maybe I'm just very easy to, I can fall asleep anywhere. I mean, people who know me can verify that. So anyway, I fell asleep in the second, during the second angle, and it was like nearly 25 to 30 minutes, because she was like, don't take your breaths shouldn't be too deep. And I was like, this machine was kind of pressing me the first time. At some point I was like, and she came back, she's like, oh, you're kind of ruining it nicely, She was like, we have to, and I said, it's pressing against my chest. Could you please set it a little higher? No, like half an inch maybe. And so she did that, and we did 10 minutes of that in that position with my hand behind my head like this, and another 10 minutes because I was leaning more forward and the machine was more forward, so I could actually hang my arm on it. And my God, I was like getting needles. I was, it's, weight training all these years, you cannot have in a static position for too long. It's just, but of course I did what I had to do. We got the scan. I got the results on the same day. It took us so long to get there, actually it took us about an hour, 10 minutes, whatever, to get there. And it took me about 55 minutes to find parking space. We almost missed our appointment. I was going to be incredibly pissed if that had happened. Luckily, I didn't have to argue with anybody, because there's no way I drove fucking nearly 50 kilometers before I started circling the blocks for almost an hour. So I don't know how many kilometers we did on that day. Enough. I'm not gonna mention the gas money we spent on my medical, the trips from back and forth to Athens lately has been well over probably 300 euros just for gas. I'm not kidding. So anyway, it's getting close to 10 minutes, and I'm gonna keep my word. Scintigraphy test was really, really good. The cardiologist literally sat back, put his head back, and he closed his eyes. I'm like, oh yeah. He was very satisfied. I was like, Doc, what's going on? And he said, this is really, really good. You should be very happy. Like there's no blood pooling, because the left ventricle is kind of created a belly, because I've been pushing with lack of sleep, a lot of 5,000 calories a day, sometimes at least. Heavy training 3 times a week. I'm nearly 45. Let's not forget. And I've been doing this for nearly 18 years now. So like non-stop, right? Non-stop, generally non-stop through the injuries. I never stopped. and that's what the problem was, that the left ventricle has grown nearly to a centimeter, and this is when the arrhythmia started, because he's like, oh, you're pushing the calories, you're like 305, 310, almost 310 pounds when this happened. I mean, how much are you gonna ask from your heart? How much more are you gonna ask from your heart? It will eventually start, resisting or complaining, and that's what it was. Of course, it was a near heart attack, but the doctor kind of hinted at that, because I guess he thought I was gonna get scared. I don't know, but he was very, very pleased, very happy about it, and for the first time in I don't know how many visits I've paid him in the past 6 weeks. It's been. He didn't charge me, which was very fucking good, because, and I'm getting to the donation. I'm sorry, but I have to. The medical expenses, gas included, of course, because I wouldn't go to Athens, once or twice per week. I would just do my job, go to the gym, and back home. Literally, the gas. It's insane. I think we are genuinely close. If not, we've reached actually €1,000 for the fucking medical, and I am insured. Had I not been insured, I would probably have to get out to take like a small loan to cover for all this, because this is incredibly expensive. This is the medicine that they injected in my veins. You could probably see that. I'm doing the best I can, right? Rapiscan. It's called Rapiscan. And I paid for €1 with the because I'm insured, right? My participation was €1. The medicine, when I saw it on the receipt, I didn't keep it. It was 76 fucking euro. 76 euro. What do you compare that to? What? Anyway, it's a lot of money for just one medicine out of the many that I'm taking. And of course, like I said, I'm insured, so it doesn't cost as much. But of course, it all piles up, and we've gotten up to generally about €1,000 right now in expenses. So getting to the donation has reached officially at €382. A couple of friends I want to thank, of course, my guy Manos, my sponsor from Armlifting Greece, who has donated 2 or 3 small amounts, which are very, very appreciated. My other sponsor, Sterkur, Jesse, he's the Highland Thor on Instagram. He's a distant brother. He's a good, at this point, of course, I've been with him for a year now. I think it's been like December of 24 when I reached out. And he's been a good buddy right now. And he went on and purchased all 3 training manuals, my 2 Conjugate Iron ebooks, and Manos's Armlifting, grip training arm lifting book, which is in Greek. And I said, hey brother, I greatly appreciate you. Would you like me to refund you for the book, because it's all Greek text? And he said, no, you should keep that. You got expenses, blah blah blah. So I'm eternally grateful. And at the same time, I want to say, on that note, I want to thank Nikos Kalivas, who at the competition that we went to last week, it's been 5 days, oh my God, time just flies. He came and he said, I couldn't figure out the link, because you have to copy paste the link to a new tab. If you click on the link on my social media, it will take you through Instagram, and that doesn't work. You have to copy and paste it to your browser in a new tab, and then you can donate money. You will see that link in the comments. I'm sorry it went more. I'm speaking as fast as I can. I hope I'm not fucking up too much. It's gonna be 15 minutes. I apologize, but I guess I'm excited. It's all good news. And of course, I want to thank Mary and Nasos from GPA or GPL. Greek Powerlifting League, I'm sorry. They're the branch of IPL, in which I've competed for 8 times now. Could 7 or 8, I might be wrong. 6 to 8, let's put it, because I don't want to spend too much time trying to remember how many times I competed for these guys since 2022. And they handed a decent amount of money, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So they donated. Of course, you don't see that €150 that my friends essentially gave me in the donation, because they're like, screw the link, just take some money. And I pocketed it, and we've already spent it on like supermarket gas and all that shit. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some grip real quick. New Armlifting Greece Stylobate pinch block. I love pinch grip, as you probably know. Use code TerryGrip. Or I'm gonna be doing one of the hand gripper reviews. I haven't done Powerball, the Irish brand, and I've had them for like 5 years, nearly 6 years. And now a review of these guys. And I haven't done the Viking, the second batch, the second line, the golden ones or bronze one, whatever. I haven't done these, and I've had these in here for nearly 3 years. So the good news is that I'm on the right path to for my ventricle and my heart to potentially shrink, and the doctor gave me a good chance of maybe 3 to 4 millimeters. It will never be back to like it should be before I started lifting, obviously, but it will not extend any further. And if everything keeps going well, and it will, we are looking at possibly about a half a centimeter growth expansion, like permanent though, which is not great, but at the same time, it's not a heart attack, right? So the problem is that I will not be able to train heavy again, most likely for the rest of my life. We will see how that goes. We want to train today. I'm gonna put up a short with like some very light overhead presses. I'm doing like 40 kg. I'm staying in shape. We did some legs, just mixed upper lower. And next week I'm gonna go back to a little more specific stuff, but it's all at 25-30%. I'm sorry, it's 16 minutes. Link in the description. What else? You can support by buying my ebooks. I'm very slowly writing the third ebook. Most likely will be out end of 26. That's pretty much it. Subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.